Are you considering Winston-Salem for your next home? Are you concerned about affordability, rising home prices? Those are things we talk about all the time. We understand where you're coming from. Today, we're going to walk you through 3 of our favorite affordable neighborhoods right here in Winston-Salem.
Yeah, so come on, take a trip with us. See if one of these neighborhoods might be the spot for you.
All right, so we're going to start off right here in Ardmore for our first location of the day. This is a great community, very tight-knit, artsy.
A lot of med school students living here, a lot of residents, a lot of fellows that are moving here.
Young families as well.
Yep.
You have Ardmore Barbershop, you've got PB's.
Love PB's, best hot dog in town.
And so you've got a bunch of stuff that's really, really close to here that you could walk to if you wanted, but also you can get into downtown in less than 5 minutes.
We just came from downtown.
Yeah.
Just quick drive right over here.
Yeah, so it's real easy to get out here. But as far as housing goes, that's why you're here, right?
Right.
Housing goes, there's all sorts of different varieties and styles here. A lot of craftsman type styles, a lot of bungalows, cottages, and age-wise, usually kind of towards the first half of the 20th century, early 1900s, up into the 1950s, 1960s.
But affordability, average price here is about $325,000. So it's not, crazy high, it's not low, but it is still affordable housing in Winston-Salem.
That price can go up or down depending on what you're buying. If you're buying a home here, which, some of them are under 1,000 square feet, you can certainly stay under that mark. But if you're going to one of the newer construction builds where they may have come in and completely just renovated a home or actually torn down and rebuilt, and made it significantly bigger, you can go up over $500,000. But
easily,
like we said, for the average, it's about $325,000. What I really like about this community is just the feel of it. It's nice and quiet. You've got the big tree-lined streets that are all flowering right now as we're coming into spring.
Very pretty neighborhood.
Yeah, spring here is really difficult to beat. Ardmore, I think if you're talking about places that people should check out when they first come into town, especially if they're looking for something that's going to be affordable in a place that you want to live as well, I think this is always going to check that box.
This is going to be one of the first stops for sure.
Absolutely. So, if you are looking for something where you'll take on a little bit more historic charm, and if you are looking for historic charm, we did another video about that. You check that out right here, and that'll take you through a couple neighborhoods that we talked about, Ardmore, Buena Vista, and West End.
Right.
But if that's what you're looking for, is something with a little bit more character and charm, and also at a decent price point, I think this is the place to be.
Yeah, Ardmore is definitely the spot. We're here at the next location at Gordon Manor. It's right off Country Club Road here. As you can see, we just came from Ardmore. We got a little bigger lots here in Gordon Manor, but the price point is a little bit lower. The homes are built usually between the 50s and the 70s here in Gordon Manor, so you can get a little bit more bang for your buck. Yeah,
back then, things were spread out a little bit more. You see, probably closer to half-acre lots here, and they're going to be more sprawling ranches, one levels, brick. Average price point going to be in that $275 range. As you mentioned, we're right off Country Club Road, about a half mile down from Forsyth Country Club. Some of the best sandwiches in town, right out front where you turn off of Country Club onto Gordon, is right there. It's O'Brien's Deli.
Oh yeah, I think we're going to pop in and get a little Reuben after this. Yeah,
the Reuben here is, it's super, super solid. This is a great option for you. You're going to get more square footage in these homes too. You're talking, 2,000-ish plus or minus here, where in Ardmore, it's usually going to be more in that 1,600 square foot range. So a little bit more space. It is further out from downtown.
It is.
So if you're, moving out to this area, it's, again, still not what I would call inconvenient, but you're going to take closer to 10 minutes to get to downtown here than the 5 it's going to take you from Ardmore. You're getting more into a suburban setting.
Correct.
And being closer to that downtown atmosphere.
But still 10 minutes from downtown, and we're actually 5 minutes from Thruway, which is a great shopping area for groceries, some restaurants, just general shopping, little boutiques. Yeah, and if you head down Country Club the other way and head towards Peacehaven, you're going to have a bunch of shopping there as well. You've got TJ's Deli is going to be down there on Peacehaven. You got East Coast Wings, you got a little Japanese, you got Mexican, you got a Harris Teeter right there. Yeah. So pretty convenient to the necessities. You're going to be able to get everything you need. Just going to take a little bit longer than it did from Ardmore. And again, different neighborhoods, right? This is all about affordability. This is going to be an affordable neighborhood for you in a nice area, and also still convenient enough for all of your day-to-day needs. Right. Great little option for you here at Gordon Manor. And if this isn't the one for you, we're going to go to one less location here as well. Going to be a little closer to Pofftown. We're sort of spreading the edges of Winston-Salem. We're pushing the boundaries. Just a hair. Yeah. It's going to be a great location. We'll stick around. We'll head there right after this. All right. We're at our final stop of the day. We're out here at Grandview, which is technically Pofftown, but if you got a strong arm like Uncle Rico, and if you could throw a football over a mountain, pretty sure you could throw it back into Winston-Salem. Yeah. And so we're in the newer part of Grandview here. We're in the meadows at Grandview.
You can see these homes were built sort of between like 2016, 2020. Some of it had started earlier than that as well. But then there's going to be older homes here as well.
Yeah, older homes just in a different part of the neighborhood and built in the 50s to 60s era right there.
So where we are right now actually used to be Grandview Golf Course. So my boss in the golf business, when I first moved to Winston, this was his first job. And I think out here before, shirts were optional at this golf course. So it was a real classy establishment. But we're standing right here on what used to be one of the fairways for the golf course. So all this, you know, as people continue to move into North Carolina, there's
got to find places to expand.
Yeah, we need dirt.
Yeah.
We need dirt.
Yep.
This has become a great place for people. You've got smaller lots here, bigger footage.
Homes. Yeah.
Yes.
So that price per square foot is a great spot. It's about $138 a square foot, somewhere around there for our homes here.
Roughly $140 a square foot. And I mean, you're getting that. Why are we cheaper per square foot? We got smaller lots. We're also slab construction, and we're going up instead of out. Almost all these homes here in the newer part of the neighborhood, which we're in, are going to be 2-story homes. They didn't even, I don't think they even offered a 1-story plan. But now as we go and we check out some of the older homes in the neighborhood, those are going to be bigger lots again, more sprawling.
More varied.
Like we just came from Gordon Manor.
Correct.
More similar to that. And that end of the spectrum is kind of going to be, unless it's been fully renovated, those are going to be your more affordable homes within here. You can get those under $300,000 depending on upgrades that they've done over time. Here in these newer sections of the neighborhood, top end, they've sold up to $450, but those are 3,000 plus square feet typically.
So average is what, around $350?
Yeah.
$350,000?
Yeah, that's a pretty, there's one on the market right now. It's about 2,600 square feet at $339,900, I believe, about $340. And it's a 4-bed, 2.5 bath. And there's one just a couple doors down from it, which is significantly higher. So we'll see where those end up closing at. But that one's, similar floor plans, got a couple other upgrades, but that one's at like $390. But yeah, $350 is a really healthy budget for this neighborhood. And so we're in, like I said, Poff Town, just outside of Winston-Salem.
Poff, I think is how it's pronounced.
Poff Town. Yep. So it's slightly more rural coming out here.
Yeah.
If you head back down Renolda, that's going to take you straight into town, downtown. We're 15 to 20 minutes from this point. There's going to be plenty of restaurants in that you pass here on the way.
Got Mama Zoe's, talked about. You've never been. We're going to have to remedy that. We got Waldo's Wings.
Waldo's Wings is awesome.
Right there. There's a Jamaican food truck that I'm chasing that's supposedly
if you're out there,
around.
Fletcher's looking
I'm looking for you. I'm looking. But it's supposedly parked on Renolda Road as well. And, you take Renolda Road down, you're right at Wake Forest, you're right at Renolda Gardens, you're right at the shops there. So it's still a cool area.
Something that's going to be a little bit different about this neighborhood as well is that this is the only one we've been to so far that has an HOA. So, that's always something you need to be thinking about, whether you think you can be all right with living within an HOA. Can you follow rules or can you not? But what are you going to get? This is going to be a minimal HOA here. I think it's around $300 a year. Don't quote me on that. I'd have to look it up. But you got sidewalks throughout the community. You've also got lights.
Street lights, a little playground here that we're standing by.
So you've got a couple, it's not what I would call a prohibitive cost. It's not a real high HOA fee here, but because of that, you're not going to get things like a pool and a fitness center and things like that because
you're taking care of your own lawn.
Correct. Yeah. There's not enough funds in that HOA to cover things like that. So without further ado, let's go check out the neighborhood for a minute.
Okay.
All right, guys. So you've been through us for the 3 different neighborhoods. We've been through Ardmore, we've been through Gordon Manor, and we just finished up here at Grandview. They're all 3 very different neighborhoods delivering on values of different aspects in each one. Whether you're looking for a newer home, whether you're looking for more square footage, more room between you and your neighbors. There's something out here for everybody.
Yes, or older homes, whatever you want to do in Ardmore. 3
completely different neighborhoods, 3 different products, all delivering value. If we can help you with any of that, that's what we'd love to do. Please give us a call, 336-582-9210, or shoot me an email at joel@sandmanrealtync.com.
And on 336-689-5677, and that's Fletcher at sandmanrealtync.com.
We'll see you on the next episode, and don't forget, don't sleep with one eye open.
Bye with Sandman.